We Happy Few is an action-adventure game with a small amount of survival and RPG elements sprinkled in, where you are trying to escape the joy-riddled society in pursuit of your long-lost brother. For the most part, you play as Arthur Hastings, a reporter who is no longer under the full effects of joy and has become a dreaded downer. Over the roughly 20-hour campaign, you spend most of your time learning the Happy Few story while living your life outside of the law. We Happy Few is out now for $59.99 on Xbox One, PC, and PlayStation 4. The main story of We Happy Few is found out and enjoyed through gameplay, so all clips will be taken from the first few hours of gameplay, as well as all spoilers will be avoided. So, if you're feeling currently like a downer, let's get you some joy and jump right into this review.
I could take these all the time and I wouldn't have any worries.
In the post-World War II city of Wellington Wells, civilization has been taken over by an antidepressant drug called joy. All citizens inside the city take joy and walk around in ignorant bliss, with the only thing breaking them out of their trance-like states being downers. Downers are people who are off their joy and are banished to outside the city limits. When interacting with these two different societies, you must act and dress accordingly. If you are in the city, running, jumping, and any suspicious behavior will cause people to attack you, but you must also dress the part by wearing proper clothes. The same is true for outside the city. If you walk around in your proper suit, the outcast will become suspicious and attack you whether they were provoked or not. The first thing that you will notice when loading up We Happy Few is the art style. The game looks amazing, and because it takes place in the 1960s, you have an older retro feel with a cartoony art style that adds a strong uniqueness to the game. There are also 3 moods that you can experience, which can change your surroundings. When you are currently on joy, everything is brighter and your character strolls around the streets full of cheer. Colors are more vibrant and peaceful music plays, giving you a true sense of joy. Once the effects of joy wear off, you go through a stage of withdrawal, making the entire world look sickly and is accompanied by depressing music. During these stages of withdrawal, your character also looks sick and you will be attacked by others on sight, so it's best to find a place to hide. But once your withdrawals are over, you return to a normal state of mind, hearing pretty much normal street sounds and all your colors brightening up to just fit that normal color scheme. Although you can walk around the city without being under the effects of joy, if a doctor ever spots you, they will instantly attack you. The main focus of Arthur's story is to find his long-lost brother, so you must sneak, steal, and quest your way through making it out of town safely. There are also 2 other playable characters that you switch to once you reach keystones in the story. Although the 2 characters are fun, they offer a much more linear story and most of your time is spent with Arthur. Progression is made by completing quests. There are both main quests and side quests that can be completed, all rewarding you with skill points, which are used in a skill tree. For the most part, We Happy Few is a fetch quest style game, even with a portion of the main quest line requiring you to pick up specific items just to turn around and find another specific item on the follow-up quest. While the skill tree is not overly complex, it does offer a chance for you to customize your experience. If you are a more stealthy style of player, you can upgrade the stealth tree, or if you want to just brawl your way through the story, you have several options to choose from. We Happy Few also has a survival aspect, but it feels tacked on at times. Maintaining your hydration, sleep, and food levels is easy enough, but it also feels it's not really needed as a game mechanic. But the easy difficulty almost completely removes the survival aspect of gameplay altogether and makes the story much more enjoyable. Scavenging is also a huge part of We Happy Few. Whether you're breaking into someone's house or rummaging through trash bins, most items can be used to craft other better items, and crafting is top notch. Most items can be made on the fly, but you do have an inventory that can be accessed through your safe homes, and When you use these workbenches, they have access to all your items, including the ones in your storage. Crafting items range from bandages and healing balms to new weapons and gas masks, with a ton of new craftable items just waiting to be discovered. You will spend a ton of time searching through people's homes and picking locks, all just to discover that there was only duct tape locked inside that desk, but it makes for an enjoyable experience. The combat is mainly focused on hand-to-hand or melee-style fights. Blocking and following up with a counterattack or shoving someone to the ground are about as in-depth as the combat gets, but there are a few throwable items you can use to help engage or avoid a combat situation altogether, which is almost always a better option. We Happy Few is not quite a stealth game, but learning to hide and choking out victims can make tasks much easier than running through an area wielding a lead pipe. With a large portion of the skill tree focused on stealth, there are some good options for both the brawler and the stealthier type player. We Happy Few has a very unique story and provides a few elements not seen in other games, but it has its fair share of technical and not technical issues. The load times are very long, although once you are in-game they are shortened down quite a bit. If you load up an old save, sometimes you will have to wait close to 5 minutes. Render times are also fairly poor, although with the cartoonish graphics, some details not properly loading can be overlooked. Once you notice the render issues, it's hard to overlook them, and it can take you out of the experience of the game. The game also has hard crash issues, forcing you to restart the game. During 2 of these crashes, the autosave feature saved right before the crash, causing the game to crash indefinitely, and when you would load up the new save, it would immediately crash again, which forces you to close the game and reload a manual save. With this happening, you will spend more than 10 minutes trying to just get back into the game and have to replay portions unless you're very good at manually saving. The combat is also fun but very repetitive, with the simple block shove attack pattern becoming fairly stale after a while, and after the first few hours you will find yourself running through the streets, diving into a trash can until the alarms stop just to get to point A to point B faster and avoiding all combat. Lastly, since most of the quests are fetch quests, you constantly backtrack to areas or spend hours breaking into homes searching for specific items just to find out you will have to do it all over again once you turn in that specific quest. The story combined with the art and scenery of We Happy Few is enjoyable, but is held back by major issues, earning it a 6 out of 10, with the load and render times and repetitiveness of the entire game being its biggest downfalls. Although I have enjoyed my time with We Happy Few, in its current state, the $60 price tag is a little much, and I would recommend waiting for a sale. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this ATP review of We Happy Few. Are you planning on picking it up, or are you currently playing We Happy Few? Did I save you some money, or did I convince you to pick it up? Let's talk about all that down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, show me some love, leave me a comment, think about subscribing, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.